Live in Western Oregon, this is NBC 16 Today.
Good morning and happy Friday to you. Welcome to NBC 16 Today. I'm Lily Taylor. We'll get to our top stories in just a moment, but first let's check in with John Mayer, who has a first look at our weather this morning.
Well, after yesterday morning when we saw what was lingering of that wet weather, we've gone ahead and shaken off any of those rain chances. But what we're seeing instead, still a handful of clouds, but more impactfully, the early morning fog. And that is something we're going to see really kind of lingering here along the I-5 corridor throughout the morning hours. It is patchy. There are spots where you'll go out there and not even see any of that fog cover, but then other areas it is incredibly thick as well. So make sure you leave yourself a few extra minutes to get going on that morning commute. There's a good chance that this lingers clear through the end of this morning, even into the early afternoon hours. Could turn into just one of those days where it is a struggle to clear out that fog, even heading deeper into the day. And then tomorrow, another chance for early fog rolling through into the weekend, but eventually rain makes a return. We'll track out when it arrives coming up.
Thank you, John. Well, it's an outcome no one was wanting. The body of a missing Oakridge man was found in the Salmon Creek area. The 76-year-old went missing last month while mushroom picking. Volunteers and deputies searched for him using drones, canines, and rope teams as many areas were difficult to access. The man was located on the bottom of a steep drainage. The Lane County Sheriff's Office thanked all who helped in the investigation. Moving to election coverage, and Marion County Commissioner Danielle Bethel has announced her run for governor. She says her campaign is centered on holding state agencies accountable, making sure taxpayer dollars are used wisely, and having a collaborative partnership with the legislature.
So I'm running for governor because it's time Oregonians have an executive in office that understands the functions of government instead of a policymaker or a politician that's running on an agenda that's specific to some linear scope.
Bethel says what sets her apart from candidate Senator Christine Drazen is that they have worked different positions and have different careers. Bethel says if she is elected, the first thing she would do is convene transparent meetings with every single local government agency in Oregon and make sure every county in Oregon has a voice. And Oregonians are calling Governor Tina Kotek's transportation bill taxation without representation. And the group No Tax Oregon is spearheading the opposition to the bill. No Tax Oregon's main goal is to put the transportation bill on the November 2026 ballot for people to vote on. They need to collect more than 78,000 signatures by December 30th for this to happen. Petitioners in Cottage Grove say they have had many people come to sign.
Every day we've been getting around 180, 170 signatures every day. It just stays steady. So this is really, people are really excited about this and upset about this. So we're gonna do our part to get it done.
No Tax Oregon is gathering signatures in most, if not all, counties in Oregon. While they haven't counted up all the signatures yet, one petitioner we spoke with is confident they have already required the number of signatures needed. And there's still a month to go before the deadline of December 30th. Oregon is releasing an at-a-glance report providing an update on education in the state. That report showing some significant areas of improvement for Oregon students, like proficiency in English for third graders and 8th grade math. The report also highlights graduation rates. Statewide, Oregon averages just shy of 82% of high school students graduating in 4 years. In our area, Camas Valley School District ranks at the top. They're at more than 94% of students graduating, followed by Oakland and Elkton with 94 and 92%. At the bottom of the list is Mapleton at 50%, Coquel at 40%, and Alcea with a graduation rate is 34.6%. The Eugene 4-day school district saw a 79% graduation rate. Springfield saw a graduation rate of just over 72%. And last month, we are going to go ahead and move forward with our story. That last month we brought you Jordan Peckles, a 5-year-old diagnosed with a high-grade brain tumor. Now, Peckles' family returning home to Eugene. Jordan and his parents, who are both first responders, were surrounded by supporters and even got a police escort back home from the airport this week. For several weeks, the Peckles family was in Arizona, where Jordan underwent treatment. Jordan will now undergo immunotherapy in Portland. His family says Jordan still has a long road ahead, but they want to thank the community for their continued support. Well, a pair of Oregon legends took time to team up to give back to the local community here in Eugene, all ahead of college game day. Take a look at who was in town ahead of the big game.
I think at the end of the day, like being able to give back to the community that gave so much to me. And Shoes That Fit is an unbelievable partner. You know, they kind of piggyback off of what Sabrina's been doing, and to partner with her as well. Just such an easy thing for us to do, and a basic need that we all feel like we should have is a pair of shoes, and sometimes these kids don't have that.
Shoes That Fit is a campaign providing new shoes, backpacks, socks, and more to over 350 kids, impacting the community here in the Willamette Valley, off the field and off the court.
Obviously, for the both of us and our foundations, it's about more than just being an athlete, but how you can impact the next generation. And here, obviously, in Eugene, it's been special to both of us to be able to have played our careers here, and obviously holds a special place in our heart, and want to give back to that, next little boy and little girl that are going to be here today. Yeah.
The kids were also able to ask the two former Ducks about their experience at Oregon and their professional careers. Since the organization was founded, Shoes That Fit has provided nearly 3.5 million shoes to kids in need. And speaking of some legendary Ducks, let's check in with one who is live for us this morning at college game day, where preparations are in full swing. That's our very own Brianna Chavez. Yes, you're a legendary Duck in my eyes, Bree, and you're with our live shot buddy. Things are, we can see the beanie, we can see the jacket, things are cold, but excitement's in the air.
Yeah, it is a chilly morning out here, Lily. And yes, thank you for calling me a legendary Duck, but we have a legendary live shot buddy out here with me, working the camera, braving the cold as well. I give him not just a 1, not just a 2, but I'm going to need him to lend me his other 2 thumbs to give him a 4 thumbs up today. Definitely braving the cold for you guys and really bringing in all the fun. I mean, we're starting to see a little sunrise out there. Going to be a fun day throughout the remainder of the morning. I mean, we haven't really seen much activity, of course. So again, I said it earlier, a shout out to the security out here, really braving the cold as well with us, and making sure that the setup is a slow one out there. I mean, already even saw some crews starting to arrive, making sure that they've got things boarded off, and shortly here in just a couple of hours, it would be a no surprise that we start to see a lot of these railings starting to get set up for what is going to be that pit, if not already seeing that pit. A lot of things to keep in mind if you're planning to head out into the area. Could see a little congestion if traffic around the Kincaid between 13th and 15th throughout tomorrow, even this evening into tomorrow early morning and afternoon hours ahead of kickoff, which is set to be at 12:30 on CBS. Of course, though, throughout the remainder of the day, expecting to see it cool off just a little bit more throughout the morning before we keep that cooler air hanging around. I mean, definitely lots to keep in mind. Make sure you've got those hand warmers, that warm coffee. You've got the layers going all around if you're planning to head on out here tomorrow.
Oh man, when you did your breath, that was great. We saw how cold it was, and maybe some kids will be more encouraged to go to class today and wait till it warms up to pick their spot. But thank you, Bree, for braving the weather. And of course, thank you, LSB. We'll check back in with you guys in just a bit. And the celebrations actually start tonight at the 5th Street Public Markets, closing out football season in style with the final Rally in the Alley. Hard to believe. It's the final celebration of the year. Fans, families, and alumni are invited to gather in the Market Alley for the spirited football pep rally to show their Duck pride, enjoy live entertainment, and gear up for the last home game of the season. Events begin at 5:30 and are free and open to the public.